So when Google Forms first came out, one of the add-ons that I found that was really cool was called Flubaroo or Flubaroo. I don't know how you say it, but essentially it turns your Google Forms into quizzes and allows you to grade them quickly. So I thought that was pretty cool, but I wanted to challenge it against. Now I've noticed that Google has integrated their own quiz feature. So if you come up to the settings right up here in your form, you can go to this quizzes tab, and then you can say make this a quiz. And basically there's a few simple options that make this a cool feature. I'm going to kind of highlight those, but I was wondering, is this better than Flubaroo, or the method I'd been using in the past, the add-on that we had? So I'll kind of show you what I like and what I don't like about this. So essentially, the one thing that I found right off the bat that I really don't like about Google's quiz option is when you edit the questions. So let's say I'm editing this question right here. I click on the question, and in order to determine which answer is correct, I come down here to answer key, and then I can add multiple correct answers, which makes sense depending on what kind of question you're asking. I can say mark all other answers incorrect. I can even add answer feedback, which would be when the student gets the incorrect answer, what do I want the quiz to tell them? And I can designate how many points this is worth right over here. So it's kind of custom, but what I don't like about this is how laborious it is. You have to do this in every single question. You have to go through every question in your quiz and basically designate how many points it's going to be worth. So that was one thing I didn't like about it. Now, the end results, so I already took the quiz. When you finish the response, this is what it will say. Your response has been recorded, and that can be customized. You can change that. But I can actually view my score, which I thought was great. And the students can go through, see their answers. They see how many points they've got. So that's a really great feature that actually Flubaroo doesn't have. But I want to show you how Flubaroo works in contrast. So really quick, I'm going to take the quiz again, really quickly, just to get some wrong answers here. So we'll get some right and some wrong. Right, and 12 more. All right, so you can see there, I click view my score. You can the quiz will tell me what's correct and what's incorrect, and it will even tell me the correct answer. So kind of a cool feature there. But I want to show you how Flubaroo works. So if I have my responses, I can come up to my responses here. In order for Flubaroo to work, I need to come over to create spreadsheet. Create a new spreadsheet is what I'll do. So Google Drive will create a spreadsheet for me. And I have two responses. One I've named, in the student name, I named answer key because it has all the answers correct. And that's one of the things you'll need to do with Flubaroo to make this quick and easy. But if I come up to, once I have my workbook's taking a minute here to load. But once I have my workbook loaded, I can come up to add-ons right up here. I click add-ons. We're waiting for it to load here. It's taking a minute. So I can click add-ons, and then I have my Flubaroo add-on. If you don't have Flubaroo added, you just click get add-ons and you can add that in pretty easily. So if I click enable Flubaroo in this sheet, you'll see it's working. So I don't really need much to, I'm not going to go through the instructions, but if I come up here and click add-on, Flubaroo, grade assignment. So now I'm going to go ahead and grade it. I can actually adjust my points. Like for example, in this first one, normal grading score, I'm actually just going to make that, skip grading. That's a field that it looks like Google Sheets created because I made it a quiz. And then this identify student is the student name. The rest of them I can determine whether or not I want it to be normal grading, and I can choose how many points I want to be worth. It's limited to 10, so that is one of the disadvantages of Flubaroo. If I go ahead and hit continue, now it's going to ask me which record I should use as my answer key. Well, I did the quiz beforehand and I called that answer key, so I go ahead and select that, hit continue. And now what it will do is it will create a separate tab. You can see down here it's created a separate tab called grade. And it's processing this. I'm not doing any of this. It's happening all automatically. So it says my grading's complete, perfect. So I can go ahead and close that. And it gives me my results. So I've only had one student take this, but it tells me their percent, told me the total of points they got, it told me the number of times they submitted it, and then this score here, that's not graded. That's that first question, but it highlights all the questions they got wrong. But more importantly, what I like about this is it kind of gives me data right out the bat. You know, if you're not super familiar with functions and formulas in Excel, this is an easy way to make your spreadsheet kind of look nice, something presentable that you could share. So you decide for yourself whether you think Flubaroo or the Google Forms quiz creator is better, and try them both out. They both got advantages and disadvantages. I'd guess you might use on some quizzes you might use one, on others you might use another.